My name is Professor Alfonso Siverls, and this is the Peripheral View. Peripheral View is my video series that addresses issues on not only on the edge, but also in the main part of the news. If you're like a lot of people these days, you are experiencing a lot of stress around this pandemic. You're stressing out, waiting for this thing to end, constantly asking yourself, when will it be over? When will we go back to normal? Well, I can answer that, folks. We will never go back to normal. What was is gone, and it's not coming back. This is a new normal. We are experiencing a paradigm shift, a fundamental change in what is normal. It's going to be, as it is now, normal will be about vaccines, boosters, masks, social distancing. And it will vary depending on what variant is around and to what extent and how deadly that variant spreads and how deadly that variant is. So this is a new reality, a new normal. So if you're stressing about how things will go back, the first thing to do to deal with that stress is to accept the fact that this is the way things are. Viruses have been around on this planet longer than human beings. AIDS virus, coronavirus, they've been here for thousands, millions of years. The issue when they become a problem is that when they transfer over to humans, and once they get into the human population, depending on the virus, they spread quickly, they mutate. And the mutations can be 1,000 variations, 1,000,000 possible variations. This virus is a deadly virus because it's passed through the air, not like the AIDS virus that's passed through body fluids. So they can travel across the globe. And we're in a time in which the globe has shrunk. This is not when we had the last major virus in this country in the early 1900s. Nowadays, through mass transportation, airlines, people are traveling back and forth in between borders. And of course, that increases the probability that viruses will pass on. This virus that we have now, the coronavirus, we've seen 5 major mutations. The last 2 being the most dangerous. The Delta mutation that occurred in India. Yet it spread across the world extremely quickly. Caused major deaths in the United States. And now the Omicron virus that was first spotted in South Africa, spreading across the world. And unless we are able to vaccinate everyone on the planet, and that's still not 100% chance that we would eliminate the virus, it's going to be here like the flu. The flu is a virus, and it mutates every year. That's why every year you need to get a new flu shot. So this is the new reality. And we have to first deal with the stress of this new reality, is to accept it and then adjust your lifestyle. Make the changes that's necessary. Incorporate new behaviors that's fitting into this new normal. I mean, it's here. We see the increase in work. More and more people work at home remotely. This is not going to go back. We see the changes in education slowly but surely. The educational system will incorporate more and more remote learning from kindergarten all the way through graduate school. So the world is changing and we need to adapt. And we need to adapt by changing our thinking. Because the way, when you change how you think about a situation, you begin to change the stress levels. Think about it. Think of things that used to stress you out. It really gets you upset. And you meet somebody and this occurs and person says to you, "Oh, you're not getting stressed about this?" What do you usually say? "Oh no, I don't think like that anymore. It doesn't bother me." So one of the first things with coping with stress is a cognitive approach. Change our thinking about it. And we need to change our thinking about this pandemic. And once we do that, then we can begin to make adjustments in lifestyle and behavior and incorporate new things into our lifestyle that makes it possible. I was just reading an article that talked about executive assistants. We used to call them, personal secretaries. Executive assistants for high-level management who work remotely. And it allowed executive assistants, some of them, to work for three different executives and design the hours because it's task-orientated when they want to work. 25 years ago, that was unheard of. But that's a reality today. So if you're feeling stressed about the pandemic, you need to look at your thinking. You need to begin to incorporate the things in your life that fits into the new normal. Thanks for watching.